It's not easy to have or find a good praying partner. One who is fully committed to the cause. It's not easy to find a good praying partner. One of the things children of God should pray for is a good praying partner. When you come here in the world, we have a lot of partners. We have business partners, life partners. We have partners in a lot of things. One of the areas we as believers and children of God need very reliable, dedicated partners is in the place of prayer. It's very important. Having a good praying partner is like having a very good insurance policy. Yeah. It's like having a good insurance policy. But if you look at it closely, one of the best areas this should work. One of the best areas we should have good partners in. A classical example is the marriage scenario. The husband and wife are also very committed, dedicated, determined, praying partners. Very powerful. We don't see a lot of that. And moving on, coming to prayer. There are a lot of marriage. Husband and wife ideally should be one of the best and one of the strongest kind of praying partnerships out there, but we don't see a lot of that, because when the husband and wife become good, committed, praying partners, one of the benefits, one of the advantages is they are able to keep away a lot of the issues that are always popping up, and even I will stay here. I will use the marriage stuff for a little bit and then say something else. There are some marriages, every week something new is popping up. The kids they took the kids to your kid fell ill in the boarding house. This one is happening here. They just rushed this one's mother in this place. They rushed that one's brother into the hospital. And all of these things are going to demand money. All of these things are going to take your time, your money, and that you're not going to be settled. You always be jumpy. But in the place of prayer, the believers can push away some of these things that the enemy uses to create pressure, a lot of pressure, a lot of tension on all that. We're always spending here. Every month we have to go there and take the kids to school. And all the 3 kids are sick all of a sudden. And some of these things, if the married couple are praying partners, committed praying partners, all of these things will you keep all of these things at bay so that you can have peace of mind. So that one whole year, none of the kids are sick. You are not rushing to any emergencies. You are not spending money you're not supposed to be spending. You have peace of mind. The devil hates marriage. I'm telling you. The devil fights like there is no tomorrow when it comes to marriage because of the power and what God even used marriage for. And you look in the story of Joseph and Mary. It's through marriage God brings a lot of the people he wants to use for certain assignments. I'm not saying he does not bring some of these people out of other scenarios, but his ideal channel of bringing some of these people is through the institution of marriage. That's why he put it there. And the devil knows this. The devil knows it. You know, it's a very serious thing you have to look at, you know. And when you look closely, if you've sat down and you've looked around, you realize that there's a lot of people having these things. Every day there's an issue here, there's an issue there. And some of you who are not even having issues with the kids getting sick, some of you who are not having issues with things always popping up that are demanding, that are placing a strain on the finances of the marriage. Some of you, it's useless arguments. It's useless arguments. Arguments that are not supposed to be arguments in the first place. You know, very small thing sparks up, it turns to something. 1 whole week, 2 whole weeks, you guys are not talking. And that 2 weeks, you guys are not talking. The enemy is also working something on the ground. Something small. And then 1 month, you guys are not talking. And the enemy is still working on the ground. You know, it's very crucial. But the sad thing I keep saying it here is, it's surprising, you know, looking at all the time and the body of Christ has been here and the assembly of God has been here on earth. In 2024, there is a high percentage of the people in God's assembly that have still not understood, that have not come to the point of realization that they have not come to the realization of what prayer really is. Why God put that thing, a prayer there, is to stop the enemy from plotting against you. Is to make is the prayer, that ability and power of prayer is given to you to shut down the enemy's processing calls before he turns them on the next day against your family, against your whatever you're doing. You have to stop it every day because he's also working all the time. But this is not happening. No, it's not happening. You see, there are a lot of people who love the benefits, who love the rewards of prayer, but they rather sleep. It's a problem. There are a lot of people who like the benefits and what prayer does, but if you give them the 2 options, they rather sleep. You see, when you sleep, you are only opening yourself up for the enemy to come and sow the tares as is said in the Bible. You have to stop the plan of the enemy every day. Every day, especially if you are married couples. You know, and the advantage of being married couples who are partners in prayer is that, you know, one can be dealing with prayers, and then they take some time to recover or rest a little bit, and the other person takes over. That is the best. Someone is dealing with prayer maybe 1 week. They can be dealing with prayer at 1 week at a time. This one deals with prayer 1 week at a time, and then goes to recover, and the other person takes prayer for 1 week at a time. A lot of people have not come and understand how important prayer is in the day-to-day life of every believer. A lot of us have not understood it. You know, so when the husband is out there on a business trip, he has to be getting support from his headquarters. If you're married, your headquarters is your marriage. Your headquarters is your home. The husband out there on the field, you don't know what he's going to face. You don't know what he's going to encounter. You don't know what the enemy is planning ahead of him, against him. The husband should be getting support from his headquarters. And the wife is out. She's going to a funeral. They say there's this. They say they are doing this somewhere. The wife has to be getting support from her headquarters when she's out there. This is part 1. I'm going to continue with part 2.